Hey everybody. So today I want to talk a little bit about the RAISE Act. The RAISE Act, and that's been introduced in the Trump administration, RAISE Act. And it's about immigration. So that's a pretty hot topic that a lot of people are talking about. And basically, I want to talk a little bit about why it is terrible and why it is devastating for middle class Americans. So our current immigration system, which is what the Trump administration really wants to fix right now, they argue that basically it's designed to screw over the working class Americans by importing a lot of people from South and Central America and whatnot, and it's good for the rich, you know. But the problem is with their new Immigration Act, the RAISE Act, is that it basically screws over middle class Americans. So what they're trying to do is they're trying to, overall, it decreases the amount of legal immigrants that we're going to get in this country. It really brings the numbers down. So really make Numbers USA happy, because they always want the numbers of immigration to go down. But it basically switches our immigration from South and Central America predominantly to East Asia and South Asia, India. And that could be extremely detrimental to this country, specifically the tech sector of this country, of our economy. Because the problem is, I mean, this will probably be great for the cronies in Silicon Valley, Apple, Google, Amazon. Be great for them because they can get more cheap labor, right? So what this would do is it's kind of like similar to the H-1B visas, if any of you are familiar with that. H-1B visas basically have made it really easy for these tech companies to get cheap labor from East Asia and from South Asia, and to basically screw over American workers and especially college graduates, because a lot of these college graduates, so they go to college, they major in and things like, you know, computer science, whatnot. They want to go into the tech industry, and basically when they graduate, they find out there ain't a lot of jobs like I thought there would be. Well, that's because a lot of the jobs are going to a lot of foreign workers from East Asia and South Asia, and I love the cultures in East Asia, and I love the culture in India. I love those so much, but the problem is the corporatists in Silicon Valley are abusing the immigration system, and this will just make it so much easier for them to do that, because this is basically going to shift the focus to importing people from East Asia and South Asia, and basically all these college graduates who are graduating, want to go into the tech industry, they're going to find that it's going to be even harder to get a good high paying job, because a lot of these companies want to import people from Asia, and then they're going to then they want to pay them less, which they currently are. They pay them a lot less, and they cut their labor costs. And meanwhile, then all these companies like, you know, Google, Amazon, and Apple all parade around saying how they're so progressive. They are just so progressive and liberal, and oh, we're just so liberal, when they're really not. They're really just extremely corporate, and there's a bunch of cronies, really. But basically, it's extremely bad for college graduates. It's just like the current H-1B visa program, and the only people it helps certainly doesn't help the American worker. The American workers are really going to be screwed over here. All the people who want to go into the tech industry are going to be completely screwed over, and all it helps is the corporate establishment in Silicon Valley. And Silicon Valley is basically Wall Street in Silicon Valley, I would say. They are the Democratic Party at this point. They control the Democratic Party. And I think that is so horrible. As a progressive, I mean, I I am just so completely against that. I mean, Wall Street and Silicon Valley are two of the worst havens of corporatism in this country. And if we want to get serious, and if we want to actually push forward democratic and progressive policies, we should stand completely against crap like this, crap like the RAISE Act that the Trump administration is putting through, the RAISE Act, which is basically it's going to go from screwing over working class Americans, screwing over middle class Americans. And yeah, I really do care about the working class. I really care about the working class, but I also really care about the middle class. So we should have an immigration system that doesn't screw over anyone, that doesn't screw over the middle class, it doesn't screw over the working class, doesn't screw over everyone. And that's really the direction that we should have as a country, and not this crap like the RAISE Act. Okay, well, that's basically all I have to say today. So, you guys have a good day. I'll see you next time.